Did I honestly just finish this thing? Except for the rockers? All right, I pulled out the spindles and the headrest. I'm gonna start shaping them. Start with the headrest, you know, just marking a halfway point. I won't shape in here yet. And when I round these, I'm only gonna go right to the before the holes. But on the top, I'm gonna go over to the, you know, might go halfway and then, I don't know, yeah. All right, so let's get the shape in here. Push this up. There we go. Gotta stand up. I want to sit down so bad. Yeah, you just start shaping. You know, I put the halfway marks, but really, you start shaping to what you like and what you think looks good. That's about as far as I'm gonna go. I'll shape this transition into there once it's glued on. Yeah, that was quick. I like that. There we go. Yeah, that was quick. Oh, where's my sander? Let's get them 60 grit going here. Yeah, that big grass sure makes quick work of this. Yeah. Do you want to get it a nice round on that back? All right, nice rounded back. I think that looks nice. Again, once I, you know, I've got the bandsaw marks. Once those are gone, pretty much sure it's nice and even. I'm just gonna do the fronts. Like I said, see if I can get them looking even. I like to go until I get that center line that I scribed in there with the marking gauge. Whoa! Almost fell down. Till that's gone. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Yeah, there's 7 smoothed out. Now let's work on the back. It's gonna mark a rough half. And then right about there, keeps it flat and then goes almost full round. You should say it's not exactly half. Alright. Well, let's see what we can get here. That's as big in a snap off, isn't it? Alright, so these aren't perfectly round, but when you're looking at the front, they give the optical illusion of being round, and from the back too. But you still got a lot of meat there. So, yeah. All right. Alright, there's one shaped and smooth, 60. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm pretty pooped. But yeah, I think I'll be able to come tomorrow night. Get those shaped and smooth. Maybe get the arm cut out. And then semi-installed. Go from there. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Hey, it's Mark back here again. So last time we I don't even remember what that did the last time. It's getting that bad. I think I was working on spindles, but I wanted to get this arm done, because I really need to get this arm in and all this shaped in. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. There we go. But I need to get this arm installed and all this shaped in before I can install spindles and headrest and work on that. So the thing is here, I don't know if you remember, there's the patterns for the chair, you know. We got it's swooping down this way, but then it kind of rotates or curves out this way. So when you calculate the measurement of it, you need roughly a 3-inch thick board, 12/4, which is kind of hard to come by at times. So I have, 8/4, 2-inch. So how do you take a 2-inch and turn it into a 3-inch? Well, you saw I put that on, shaped that curve, and then resawed it on the bandsaw and flipped it over and glued that piece on the other side here, which basically makes it a 3-inch thick board. So that's how you take an 8/4 board, 2-inch thick, and turn it into a 12/4 board, 3-inch thick. If you don't have that 12/4 access to, if you don't have access to 12/4 wood. But yeah, this has been sitting a few days. Had to work over the last 2 days. All right, so there's that. You know how we figured that out, and that's going to be roughly where this is. Make that curve, and this is roughly 1 3/8 inches, so let's see if we can mark out. All right. I'm gonna, let's see. And then this, I'm gonna joint this so I get it cleaned up. Then I'll mark approximately this here. There, I'm gonna have to angle cut this to fit that. But then, let me see where that is roughly. Yeah, if I fit it like that, I should be able to get it. All right, well, let me joint this up, get it cleaned up on both sides, and then we'll start drawing her out. may have to angle that a little. Just trying to get a give it some space. All right, there's the arm and there's the curve. This swoop part, I don't know if I mentioned that this, from there, here is really this portion. See that? Muscle manuals. That. And then this kind of swoops in like that. Then you kind of carve a neat profile there. All right. Well, so I'm just gonna cut that straight and that one straight there because I don't need that swoop. And we'll go from there, getting it fit, see how it looks. All right, let's get the bandsaw. I'm gonna give this some wide berth. Hopefully. Okay, there's the arm. Wider this way, but I really didn't want to cut that down. I'll just shape that down. See how it feels. Oh. Back. Well, I left enough room, so all right. Well, it's looking like it might fit. Oh. Yes, that'll be fun getting out. All right. All right, well, we're back at it. You saw me put this, get the dowel in, get this screwed in. But yeah, this is how you turn a 8/4 board into a 12/4, where you can get that, you cut that swoop out, moving back, glue it, then you can get that nice compound curve. It's turning this way and it's going that way. So what we're going to do now is shape this in, get it rough shaped. We'll see. Well, maybe smooth shaped, but. And then we're going to move to the headrest to get the horns in the back all transitioned in. And maybe get that transitioned in as well. And then once we do that, we'll move to shaping the spindles. And, you know, it's Friday. I'm hoping by Sunday to have this thing all sanded up, glued in, everything secured. And the only thing left to do is the rockers. And then we'll go from there next week. So, yeah. So, you know, I don't know what I expected from my YouTube channel, but hey, it's growing slowly. I'm up to 45 subscribers, which is pretty surprising to me. But so there's one subscriber, a kind gentleman across the pond in the UK. Phil is his name, and he has a YouTube channel, Phil's Workshop 1953. So I'd encourage you to check that out. He's pretty good videos that he puts out. And but he's been watching me, and he sees all the dust kicking up, and he's worried about my health, and he keeps suggesting get some mask on. I had one mask on, but boy, that thing is hard to breathe, and it just cumbersome. And he recommended this one face shield mask by Trend, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money. But went back and forth, and but I realized this is for my grandson, my daughter's boy. I want to enjoy time with him. So yeah, so I picked it up, show you it. Looks like a space helmet, and we'll see how it does. But Phil, I'm following your suggestions. All right, here it is. I hope you can pick that up on the, I gotta turn it on. It's got a fan, blows air in here. This seals up. I see some people with wood turners doing this, but I thought, well, we'll see. Well, like I said, health is more important than good looks. I certainly don't have good looks, so. All right, let's get to it. Let's shape this and go from there. Yeah, that mask works pretty nice. You know, it's not confining and there's air flowing through it, but when I'm just using the raft, it's kind of hard to see. So, switch back and forth. All right, that's rough shaped in, sand and stuff, but yeah, this was interesting because I'd always done the flat Maloof arms, and this one, Scott did. I like it because it fits with the cradle rail. I think it would have looked odd having that wide arm here, but yeah, it goes this way and then this way, and you want to make it as round as possible. So yeah, and then that's always a highlight in the chairs to create that transition, that swoop there. But I think it turned out. Yeah, I'll try to sand this with 60 grit and see what it looks like. So. All right. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of hand sanding on this, especially in here. Can't get with the sander, but. I can glue this up now. Just going to use PVA glue on this. All right. Guess I should have sanded this while I had it off, but now I'm gluing it on, so. Ah, well. I've done these before, different ways, so. All right. Okay. There we go. Yeah. we go. Arms clamped in, glued up and clamped in. No going back now. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll let that dry for about an hour or so. Come back and do the headrest. Alright, back at it. Took the clamp off. That arm's in there, not going anywhere. I think that turned out nice. Yeah, it feels good. Get it to a smooth state. Transitions came out nice. Yeah. So now I'm gonna work on hollowing out the horn, working this transition and this underneath. And once that's as best we can get it before glue up, work on the spindles, and then it's just finish sand until we can glue these up, and yeah, then go to the rockers. So I'm gonna get in my space helmet and start grinding here. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, what you see here, so I gotta hollow this out and I gotta get in there. And then, why did I go down there? I'll straighten this out. You see, let's see if I can. On Maloof's furniture, there's round and hard lines. And this back chair hard line shoots up, and you try to make a hard line into the horn here to go around. And then follow the front of the headrest. So need to get a small round burr, get inside there, and then look at the front, see how that transition is. Yeah, but since I got this burr in, I think I'll work on the other one right there and get that one rough shaped in. Oh man, these horns, I like the look of them. They're just, they're hard to carve. But I tell you what, those cut saw burrs worked out really nice. I used to have to do this just with my rasps because I didn't have the burrs. All right, I'm getting this top sanded, you know, to 80, and then I'm gonna work on this underneath, put it up on the bench or work table. Yep, sometimes just eventually comes down to hand sanding on these. A lot of hand sanding. That's okay, this can be peaceful. All right, I'm gonna throw this up on the bench, get these under transitions, and then we'll start working on those spindles again. All right. Let me get things put away and moved around, and then we'll start on 6 more spindles. Let's see how it looks. I get the spindles shaped, rough sanding, and then I think that'll be it for today. Build up my energy for tomorrow to just do all sanding, and hopefully by tomorrow night have the spindles and this headrest glued in. Man. And tomorrow night, and Sunday, just finish up sanding, and it's on to the rockers. Yeah, it's coming. All right, we'll see you at to get everything set up for the spindles. All right, I've got them rough shaped, the spindles. I'm gonna save the sanding till tomorrow. I'm kind of pooped. But I am gonna put this back plug and that plug in. I'm just doing natural cherry on those two. Then I'll show you on the other plugs what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I think I need 3/8 and 1/2 inch plug, but then glue them in. I think that's it for tonight. All right, let's do this. All right, gotta remember which ones these are so I don't misplace them. All right. Hey, it's Mark here again. Yeah, I finished last night with rough shaping these spindles and was just so tired. I said, I think I got about 7-8 hours of solid work in on this. Got the arm shaped and installed. Got the headrest shaped and the horns. And now folks, it's the long haul of sanding all of this to the point where it's at finished state. Then I'll install the headrest and the spindles, glue them in, do some touch-up work on that, and that'd be it for this portion. Then it's on to the rockers. Gonna push hard, try to get this all done and those installed so I can start cutting the slats for the rockers, and we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, Rooster's saying hi. So, all right, let's get to it. This is gonna be fun. All right, okay, this one I had gotten done 60, so I'm good on that. I'm gonna try to mark these on the bottom, so I don't forget which one they are. Let me sand down this plug I put in last night. All right, so that's one. I'll let the magic vetting skip to the end. But before I do that, just wanted to comment, 60 grit is basically, I'm using that to get all the rasp markings or cuttings or filings marks off. Once I get that, then I can start going to smoother ones. So, yeah. All right. There's number 2. 5 more to go on the 60 grit. I'm going to work on these until I get them to finished and then jump to the chair itself. All right, well, we'll see you when we're finished with the spindles. All right. I got all the spindles saying to 180. I think that's about as far as I'm going to go. I got to pick it up. Get some Brillo pads, white or maroon, and burnish the wood as well. We'll see. But, yeah. That part's finished. Whew, all right. Coming to the end of sanding. I don't even know what time it is. That had to be a good 3 hours non-stop sanding. You always sand, and you go back and go up. There's a scratch, missed. There's a divot. You gotta go back to a lower grit. You think you're just about there, and yeah, sometimes I'll just spit on it, see what it looks like. These horns are the toughest to carve and sand, as you can't get a sander in there. So it's just all by hand. Fortunately, those cut-saw burrs really helped out. Normally I would have to dig this out by hand with a rasp, sometimes a carving tool. All right. Whew, folks, it's coming near to the end. I think we're ready for glue up. You know, you just go through, you feel it. Some sharp edges, break them down. Yeah. But, man, it's almost there. Yeah, let's glue these spindles in this headrest. Let that sit, and then I gotta go shopping for the stuff I need to make the Maloof finish, and I'll show you how to do that. And then, man, if it's time, I think I might cut the slats for the rockers. I was gonna try to do a highlight line through them, and I was thinking of trying to do an ebonizing, I guess that's it, you know. And it turns, I might post that video, I'm not sure. It turns it black. Let me see. This is cherry wood. Turns it black, but it doesn't penetrate deep unless I soaked it. And I don't know how far that would go. But once you start shaping it and you're sanding this, it'll break through. So I just can't get any ebony right now. It's a little too expensive. But once the business gets going and get more commissions, we'll see if we can get some more product. But I'm enjoying it. There, you see? You always spot it. All right. Yeah, that's what I like. So I'm just going to go all natural, just straight grain without any highlighting, do the plugs like that. But I'm sure my daughter will like it, even if it doesn't have a highlight. But yeah, all right. So let's get over and tape this bottom up and this top, and let's do some gluing. All right, well, I'm just gonna do tried and true PVA glue on this one. It'll hold. I've always used PVA glue on this. Good thing I taped this. It's gonna be getting a little messy here. One of the things I guess I should do was blow these holes out, because it's gonna be making putty in there with dust. Yeah, good thing we did get tape on these. Once again, not wearing gloves. Crying out loud. Oh, think I burned. Put some gloves on. Just a oh, brother. Now the fun and we'll adjust them. Crying out loud. Got to glue this. Forgot to glue this. Close to the edge. Okay. Now, I think we're ready. Oh, of course you would stick your finger in it, wouldn't you? Slightly off. That's what shaping's for. There we go. All right. All right. Yeah, sometimes you shape the I was shaping this without these in, and it twists a little, so I'll just have to do a little more shaping there. But that's common. That's no big deal. I run into that all the time on the headrests, where you have to do some final shaping. I'll tell you what, sure is a joy cleaning up PVA glue compared to Gorilla Glue. Alright, clean these up and then I'll check the adjustment on these spindles and hopefully not crack them when I'm twisting them. So you want that center one in there. These two, you want the center one nice. These two, kind of angling in, and then this one starts to twist out. That one starts to twist out a little. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Yeah, I like that. All right. All right, well, I'm in a jail. Help. Whew. Aside from some little shaping on this yet, clean up. This bad boy is just about done. All right. Oh yeah, I got plenty of time to go get the finished products. I'll show you the Maloof finish. It takes like a week to finish it. So my goal, today's Saturday, isn't it? My goal is to deliver this in 2 weeks to my daughter. So I think I'll make it. Wow. This was quite the journey. I definitely enjoyed it. There was some tough spots, but I learned a lot on that cradle portion and this arm. But still not finished. Gotta get this shaped in and those rockers built and installed, and then put the finish on, and then finish the finish. All right, well, I think that'll conclude it for this video, because I'll do a video specifically on the rockers. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and the journey we went. Oh man, what did we do? We finished that. So I think I did the headrest, then the spindles and the arm. Well, that's what we did. And got finish sand. So yeah. All right, back at it. Thought on that last portion I was kind of ending and thinking, hey, that's it. But really, I've still got a few little things to do. Went and got the stuff for the Maloof finish. Like I said, I'll make a video on that and show you how to do that. Since I wasn't going to ebonize those strips, just don't want to get into it because I haven't tried that technique with this application, and just don't want to mess that up right now. So just gonna go with natural, no highlights. So cut out, I think I need 27 plugs, but I cut 30 just in case. Yeah, I'm gonna go at it, slowly get them in. All right, it's all plugged up. I just gotta let those dry for about an hour, sand them down, and Yeah, that's all she wrote for the cradle and the rocker portion. Now it's on to the rockers themselves. All right. Appreciate all the support and coming along with this journey. We still got a little bit to go, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this journey as I did. And again, keep on building. Enjoy your journey, as the joy is found in the journey. And until the next video, take care.